The Midnight Novelist, every night at 8:45, the routine was as immovable as a mountain. My dad would pull on his heavy canvas jacket, the one that always smelled faintly of old engine oil, kiss my mom on the forehead, and grab a battered blue thermos. He told us he was heading to the manufacturing plant across the county line. The night shift, he called it. The shift that paid for my braces, our used car, and the quiet security of our suburban life. For 15 years, he was a ghost in his own house. He was the man sleeping behind a closed door when I got home from school, the man with heavy, red-rimmed eyes at the dinner table who barely spoke. We lived by his silence. We whispered in the hallways so we wouldn't wake him. We respected his sacrifice because we thought we knew exactly what it cost him. Last Tuesday, the illusion shattered. I had left my laptop bag in his truck after he'd given me a ride that afternoon. I realized it just as he was pulling out of the driveway for work. I figured I'd catch him at the first red light, but when he reached the main intersection, he didn't turn right toward the industrial park. He turned left. I followed him, my heart hammering against my ribs. I thought I was about to walk into a cliché. A second family, a gambling habit, something sordid. He pulled into the parking lot of a 24-hour diner 3 towns over, a place with flickering neon and peeling wallpaper. I watched from across the street. He didn't get out of the truck immediately. He sat there for 10 minutes in the dim cabin light. He took off his wedding ring, tucked it carefully into the glove box, and pulled out a stack of weathered, leather-bound notebooks. I didn't wait. I marched across the lot, ready to be angry, ready to demand the truth. But when I looked through the window of that diner, the words died in my throat. He wasn't meeting anyone. He was sitting in the very last booth, surrounded by a fortress of crumpled napkins and 3 different pens. He wasn't a foreman. He wasn't a laborer. He was writing. His hand moved across the paper with a frantic, desperate energy I had never seen in him at home. He hadn't been working a machine for 15 years. He had been building a universe. He told us he was a provider because he thought that's what a father had to be. Solid, bored, and tired. He didn't think there was room for a dreamer in a house with a mortgage. So he played the part of the exhausted worker every single night just to buy himself 8 hours of solitude to be the man he actually was. When I finally tapped on the glass, he didn't look scared. He just closed the notebook, looked at me, and smiled for the first time in years. It wasn't the smile of a man who'd been caught in a lie. It was the smile of a man who had finally been seen.